Hey everyone, it's Alexis, and today I just want to give you. Wait. Ah! Hey everyone, it's Alexis, and today I just want to give you a look at some of my art supplies that I have. And so let's get right to the video. I have this Gramercy Cart in my room. So I actually bought this Gramercy Cart for my small business, which I still use it for my small business, but I've decided to use the top rack as basically my art supplies. So a lot of these art supplies that I have on display are stuff that I'm trying to get rid of, stuff that I've probably had since childhood. So that includes Crayola crayons, as well as some rose art crayons, color pencils, markers, all that. It's not really too fancy up here. So like I said, I'm just trying to get rid of those supplies. But then I also have paints and stuff like that, and honestly a lot of those I'm trying to get rid of as well. Have acrylic paints, watercolor paints, different brands as well. And then I also just have a lot of my pens, pencils, highlighters on display just because I use those a lot. Oh, and then I also have an apron. Can't forget that. Besides that, I also have an art bag. So my art bag looks like this. About 2.5 years ago when I was in my second year of undergrad, oh my god, I took this drawing one class and I saw one of the ladies in my class, she had this bag, and so she was so nice, she sent me the link to Amazon. So she had like the black bag, whatever, so I got this one because I love the marble texture, whatever. I would say if you're an artist, this is a great bag to have. It also has like this luggage thing, and then also a strap to like carry it on. It's an amazing bag in my opinion. For this bag, sorry for the crazy angle, you have two primary pockets. So in this first pocket, you have this like mesh zip up pouches in the top. So I keep the rest of my good Prismacolor color pencils in here. I try to use them as much because those are my good supplies. Then I also have like this raggedy sketchbook. I bought this like pack of like good graphite pencils a long time ago when I took art in 7th grade, but we never really used them. So it came with this like raggedy sketchbook. In this bottom pouch, a USB cable to something, and I'll show you guys that in a minute. So I also keep, don't judge me, coloring books in there. Also, look at the straps. You can literally adjust it so it'll stay open, or you can just have it closed. But anyways, I have two coloring books in there at the moment. So I have this one. I also have this one, which is Lion King. When I use coloring books, I don't like to just draw on them. It's one of those things where it's like print the page out and then color on that page, so that way you can have your coloring book for as long as you want. Or if you want to like have family and friends join in, they can also have something, and it's not like going to waste. Years ago, my dad saw this tracing pad, so that's what that USB cable goes to. So I actually don't use this often because I don't really trace, but usually when people trace, it's not to plagiarize, it's just to make time more efficient. But then there's the second pocket right here. So this is the one that's a lot deeper. Ooh, almost dropped it. So this is actually pretty empty, but in the top there's this pouch right here. This is kind of ideal for art brushes and stuff like that, something that can either get kind of wet or like dirty. This bag is not advertised solely as an art bag. This is also something that's advertised as like a makeup bag, and so if you're like a makeup brush type of girly, you can use all these different slots. All these are individual little holders right here. Then of course you have this protective pouch to make sure nothing gets stained. Put it back down. So it's also an additional pocket right here. You can put whatever in here, but it's more like flat stuff. Then this bottom compartment, they have these dividers in here, like this long black one in the middle, then they have like smaller ones in between, so you can separate all of your art supplies. So a long time ago I used to have my watercolor paints, my acrylic paints in their original tin pens in here, and then I also used to have a lot of my other art supplies like my graphite, whatever, especially for class because this is what I used to bring. But right now it's pretty empty, so I just have all of my paint brushes in here. So I bought this little like storage container also from Dollar Tree. These are my old paint brushes. This is a mix of paint brushes that I bought in like a pack of 25 from Amazon, which I will also link down in the bio. Some of these I bought from Dollar Tree, like obviously they're cheap, and then some brushes like this have come from kits that I had when I was a kid, so nothing super fancy, but I still hold on to them because they still have good value. And then from Michael's a while ago, I bought a new art set because my art brushes from Amazon, they have been holding up good, but one time I was painting and I was like trying to clean my brushes, but I got lazy, and so when I put them in my mason jar, which I don't have my mason jar out right now, but that's pretty much what I use for a water cup. So when I put in my mason jar, I like left it in there and kind of forgot about them. They were kind of sitting in there for like a few weeks. the paint at the bottom start peeling off. So they were like this quality, and they were holding up for like a good like 4 years. And in a span of a few weeks, me being dumb, I completely messed up my brushes. So the ends work, but let me show you guys an example. Like, look at this, for example. Oh my gosh, you can't see it. Let me get my big head out the way. Let me get my head out the way. Ew, focus. Oh my god, it's not focusing. But okay, you can't really see it, but it has chips like all over the brush. I may like show you guys like an insert video later on, but like literally I damaged them for no reason. So in this set from Michaels, oh my god, I don't want to flip it. Ah! I'm just gonna show you guys. So it came with a bunch of flat brushes like this, but then it also came with a lot of like little palette brushes, knives, which I actually don't own any of these, but I do want to get into like some of that Bob Ross, you know, acrylic and watercolor painting, and then a whole bunch of like smaller sizes as well. So it's like a complete set. I can't exactly remember how much I paid for it, but like I said, everything will be linked in the bio. But that's all I keep in this bag. So I actually have another art bag. And so this bag I actually bought in November when I went on my haul to Michaels. And so this kind of looks a little bit cheaper, which kind of is. I believe this is a $5 bag, but to me this is something that's either like a good tote bag on the go. Like, let's say you want to go somewhere kind of messy like the beach and you don't want to like bring your good like art bag. This is something that like it's good quality cheap, if that makes sense. So on this side you have 3 deep pockets, and then on this side you also have 3 additional deep pockets, and of course you get your 2 little handles, pocket on the side. So if you want to hold anything like your pens and pencils on the side or your paintbrush on the side, you can do that easily. And then on the inside it's just one big insert. But when I'm at home, since I don't really travel with my like stuff much at all anymore, I just really leave like my sketchbooks or certain things that don't really fit at other places, like my oil pastels, stuff that I grab a lot, in this bag. And so it's more easily accessible than like my other stuff. So here are the things I really keep in my bag. So I just found this from my closet. So these are 2 like cheap little bags I bought many years ago as like little pencil holders or whatever. I want to start using them again. So this is a cheap pencil bag that I got from Dollar Tree that is so on brand for me, but I actually really love it. When I first started using it in my art class, I was using it to hold my messy stuff like my graphite and all that, but I really didn't like how smudgy the bag looked. It's a really nice bag, by the way. I'm torn because a part of me wants to put my oil pastels in here, but I also don't want my oil pastels to like smudge on each other. So I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to use it for. Maybe I might move my paints into here. I have no idea, but if I ever decide, I'll get back to you guys and show you. This is another bag. So I actually got this from Romwe a couple years ago. Came in a 3-piece bag, so I ended up getting 2 blues and then 1 pink. It was like a random assortment type of thing. So these are actually really good quality bags. I've had these for about 5 years now. Good quality. Again, sometimes I use this as like a little pencil bag. Then I also have my oil pastels. If you've been watching like my last few videos, you know that I have been getting into these and I love it. I was not expecting so much greatness from the Crayola brand. I thought that it was like a good like simple introduction to oil pastels, but I didn't actually think I would like this brand. The only thing I don't like about oil pastels, or at least these, is that it does flake a little bit, and obviously like if you like brush too hard or if you blow too hard, it might kind of mess up the piece. I don't know if that's just this brand or other brands, but honestly I would say compared to the type of art you can create, I don't really think it's that bad, especially for the price. I believe it's like $6 or $7, but again, I'll link it. So I have my big sketchbook here. Y'all actually haven't met her yet, but I've had this sketchbook for about 4-something years. I've actually never finished it. A lot of times when I'm in this, I do a lot of like big personal paintings. So this is the Canson mixed media, and this is a 7x10 inch one with 60 sheets. I have just a lot of my art throughout the years, especially as I was like growing as an artist. You can tell the art I made before I went to like my drawing class versus after. So this is a lot of like my personal practice. But then I also have a lot of like loose papers in here. Some of the stuff I kept from the 12 Days of Christmas series, and then some stuff that's just like a work in progress loose leaf paper. Then as y'all know, I bought these two pads. These are the Strathmore Mixed Media and then Tone Tan pads. I have not used my Tone Tan pad yet, but I remember when I was in my art class, my professor was saying like certain mediums like Conte look better on tone pads. So again, I do plan on using this, but just not yet, not for like my basic stuff. And then as I know, a lot of my pieces that I've done so far for this channel have been done in this. This is like my dedicated KB YouTube a sketchbook. So as y'all know, we did the oil pastel eye, and then y'all haven't seen it because I haven't uploaded it yet. Oh wait, by the time y'all see this, I would have uploaded it. So I also have done this. So this was supposed to go up on Tuesday, the 9th of January, but that didn't happen. So I've just been doing a lot of like fun pieces with this. So my first two, well, my front and back of my first sheet were oil pastel pieces, but then I feel like me as an artist, I have never been the type to use the front and the back. Like I just use the front and I keep it moving. I hate to use the back, so that really hurt me. But like I said, for this is just like for this YouTube channel. If I ever want to make a design out of anything, I feel like I have given myself permission to just scan it on a good printer. So I'm using the back now. For every front and back, it's going to be like the same medium. So for that one, oil pastel, oil pastel. For the next sheet, it might be graphite, graphite. That way, no matter like how I store, because I will be putting like, I believe transfer paper is the best to put in between, or just something like keep it from smudging onto the other pages. I will be putting something like in between so that it doesn't mess up or whatever. Yeah, I'll show you guys when the time comes. But with that being said, that's all I really have for my art supplies. Those are like my essentials. Every now and then I do try to like get new supplies and branch out, but for the most part I do kind of stay with my same supplies. Again, a lot of these I've had since I was a child and just never finished using them. So as time progresses and then as KB builds, I will definitely show you guys more mediums. I also use platforms like Canva, but I guess that would be like a whole separate video. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're interested in any of the supplies that I listed, I will try to link everything in the bio. In my opinion, everything is affordable. I am a very cost efficient person, so if you want to branch out and explore, I would say start with these things. With that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and thank you again for watching.